Manifestation Monday, everybody. How'd your weekend go? So we will talk a bit about manifestation itself today. Well, the dog I manifested plays on the floor. So the first thing about manifestation is you have to believe it. You have to 100% believe it. Faith crosses over into that. Honestly, I believe both. Both is what works for me. Is that a lot of times I have faith. If something's not working out for me, if we're coming down to the wire on some money, I've always just truly had faith that it'll work out, and it has. So, I'm always honest on this channel, so I have tried my best to spare the drama of my living situation. As you'll see, the background will get cleaner as we go. The house I live in belonged to someone I had a working relationship with, put me up in this house, and then ghosted me from work in the middle of last winter, almost exactly a year ago. So personal growth for the win. And then sold the house. Questionably sold the house once, and then I was packing to move, and then that person didn't buy the house. So again, sparing the drama, the house, I believe at this point, has officially sold. The new landlord owner has agreed to rent to me. So now I have 15 days to manifest $1,000 to pay this rent. So blessings and curses, right? I wasn't expecting that. It all went rather quickly. The blessing is I don't have to up and move. I was really broke, really hard up. My taxes came through 10 months late. Now it's almost tax season again. Hopefully this round they get me quicker. After waiting 10 months, I could have taken all my money and ran and watered through $3,000. Moving into a place, rent, deposit, for, all that, and moving expenses, loss of work, all that. You lose weeks of your life unless you have a moving company that can come in, and I'm on a budget. So it's more devastating for me. Remember, we're all on different playing fields. Some of you guys, sure, I can up and move in 3 days, but, the toll that it takes on me mentally, physically, and financially is usually pretty hard. So instead, I sat put, and I put that money into my business and officially went LLC. So these are where you'll have to make the decisions for yourself on whether you're going to take that leap of faith with essentially what could be the rest of your money. So that is for you to decide. I'll put a disclaimer in this video. That was just my situation. So what am I manifesting this week? Well, I'm manifesting 10,000 subscribers for each of my channels, or 10,000 overall. We're shoot high, shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. If you miss, you'll still land on the moon. So I think we read that, and I might have twisted it because it could go either way, depending on what planet you're on. So aim high. If you come in low, it's still a win. So today I'm going to say I've got 2 weeks to manifest $10,000, 10,000 subscribers, and today the car wouldn't start, so let's toss in a new truck, So, we'll transmute that and do a video of us checking the fluids on the car. I'm really not sure what's going on there. It's a mystery. 99 Caddy. Hashtag Ford truck. Hashtag Tesla. Tesla truck. Hashtag Cadillac truck. So, anyways. So, manifesting. You have to believe it. You can create all the vision boards in the world, but unless you believe it and work towards it, you also have to work towards it. It's not just all going to knock on the door tomorrow. It could. Elon Musk could show up tomorrow with 10 grand in a new truck. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. Maybe if I talk enough shit. I'm just going to keep picking on Elon Musk. Maybe his brother will show up with hydroponic systems for the gardening channel, not for... I live in an unlegal state, so nor do I want to grow that. There's enough people out there growing it. I want to grow food. I digress. So anyways, you have to manifest, do the work, take a break, let it happen, let it come to you. So this weekend, actually, I was on the work portion of manifesting. So I'm ahead on videos for the week. I'm ahead on, like, this Monday one is going to go out till this afternoon, but I'm going to film Tuesday. I've got tarot card readings set up that are going to drop already. I have more to put up for my other channel, which is why I'm in white t-shirt, because I like to do the DIYs in just a plain white t-shirt. And also, I think I talk more about my thrift bargaining on the other channel, but I'm a master thrifter as well. So, or master shopper. So I got, 20 pack of white tees for $5. I've tie-dyed half of them, and then the other half we just leave white for project days. So they were like, 50 cents each for t-shirts. It is actually written in my birth chart that I am a master manifester. So be careful, because if you have a negative attitude, here's what I'm going to tell you. You might manifest garbage into your life. Now, on the other channel, I'll tell you how to take that garbage off the curb and refinish it and relove it and put it in your house. But be careful what you're manifesting. Keep it positive. Keep your vibe up. I never thought in my life 10 years ago I would be on a YouTube channel saying, keep your vibe high. So... a little follow through, feeling good. Got the new makeup on today because I threw the old makeup away. I need to wash my makeup brushes yet, but luckily I have, I'm a hoarder, so I have enough of everything that I had a clean set already in one of my drawers, or my little box my makeup box that I haven't opened in a year. So, so that was a step forward for me, just getting up and putting makeup on and doing the girly thing. Even though, again, on my other channel, a lot of stuff I will shoot, skin permitting that week, but a lot of stuff I shoot, hashtag no makeup, no filter. So, just depends on my mood that day. But then sometimes I look really haggard and I'm like, oh, you got to put makeup on the film. And I'm like, damn it, that's what you're anti that. But there's a fine line with that. So, anyways, I tried to keep it reserved and all that for the channels. I take pride in being what I consider an everybody's man. Like, I feel like I can talk to anyone. I've been through a lot myself. I've been on both ends of the spectrum financially. And like I have said, when I'm a gardener, I'm either working for you for free because something is wrong, or you're elderly or injured or sick, or you're what people would consider the top however many percent. Because why do I work for them? Because for one, I do good work. I do not mess around in a garden. I am a beast. I am a savage. Two, I'm armed. Some people like that. They like knowing that, like, when they're out of state and I'm coming in and taking their garden, a lot of my old clients had dual houses, which ended up killing me because then everyone sold all their Iowa houses last year and bailed. Excuse me. They were all older, and so they wanted to live where it was warmer. But anyways, and also I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. I don't fluff their time cards. If I got a 20-minute phone call, that probably half hour comes off their bill. I don't overcharge them because they have because they can afford it. Nope, I worked for a company that tried to do that, and so I'm totally against that. I believe in a fair, honest dollar is just how I try to roll. So, if you're owning your own business, don't skimp someone. Don't skimp. It'll all work out, because guess what? Then they're not going to recommend you to someone else. And now you've screwed yourself over 15 minutes on the time card. So, that's just me. If I break something, I point it out. I don't try to hide anything. I don't pretend like I didn't do something I did, or vice versa, or that I did something I didn't. Queen always late and queen overslip right here. Like, yeah, there's no secret story. I didn't go out last night and get wasted. I was probably up till 3 a.m. weaving macrame or doing a project. So, discipline's a hard one. Discipline, it can be really hard to be disciplined when you're self-employed, because no one's there, and especially single and self-employed. No one's there to make you go to bed. No one's there to nag you to get up in the morning. It's all on you. So remember that. It can be really hard to be disciplined, especially if you're not a morning person. Can I have those, please? I don't even know where you got that. Thistle? She's got Velcro. I thought they were cupcake liners. I was like, this is not a cooking channel. Thistle. Come here. So I think I will. Oh, but the dog. I manifested a dog. Really, I truly did. I was in the midst of my depression last summer, and I was thinking about moving, and I was like, well, I'm going to need a little farm dog. I have 2 very big male dogs. I think they're 7 and 6 or 8 and 7 now. And I've never had a girl dog, and I wanted like an Aussie type dog that would go good. I wanted a small dog, because I've had one small dog before, but I wanted also when I was depressed, his name was Lucius. When I adopted him, his name was Happy, but I changed it to Lucius, and he was just the greatest dog. So I wanted a dog, and I had lined up one to go look at, and she disappeared, and I was upset for about a minute and a half, and then I remembered, how I got my first big brown dog, and just the whole way that came about, and he was needed. My son was having seizures. A seizure dog cost $10,000, and I prayed to God to send us the dog we were supposed to have. Because my friend's dog, their grandson had seizures. And so it wasn't a seizure dog, but it knew how to sense seizures. And we couldn't find out why my son was having seizures. He was just a little guy. He had him between 1 and 3 years old. And then I'll get to that in a sec. But one day I'm looking at my son and I'm going, I think he's about to have a seizure. Well, that dog came in and kept pacing and putting her head on him and putting her head on him. And I was like, well, there's my confirmation that my son's about to have a seizure. So he started going into having a seizure. But, so I prayed to God for this dog. And lo and behold, the neighbor pops up. Their dog has cracked out all these puppies, 10 puppies. And the first one out, they called him the turd. And, he was the only one that was brown. The rest of them were black. So it could be a case of a female dog can have 2 litters. So very well, okay, Thistle, very well could be the case. Give me that. Give Mommy this. Give this to Mom. Very well could be the case. But anyways, that dog has been like a godsend. Slept with my son. My son never had another seizure after that. And so I have this big brown dog named Augustus. Fussy Gus the Bus. He is a beast of a dog. And he's so protective you can't even play fight around him. We can't even play fake guns, or I can't chase my son in the house. I have to lock him up because he gets all, woo! He's a talker too. He says, I love you. But that dog will start whining, and sometimes they'll like nip me in the butt a little bit. So just to be safe, we just put him away. Like not aggressive, but he's like, "What are you doing?" So anyways, so my little girl dog Thistle, I had wanted a dog, and then I said to myself, and then the lady disappeared, and I was like, "Oh, is this one little?" Some kind of smaller Aussie. I don't think it was the full on mini Aussie. I think it was in between. Real sweet little girl, and I wanted to go get that dog, and it was gone. The lady disappeared or whatever. Anything you're buying on the local marketplace or Craigslist, right? But I said, that's okay. God will send me the dog I was meant to find. Well, 2 days later, I was having just a shit show of a day. I couldn't get anything to go right. I was trying to get a new phone hooked up. I was running all these errands. I don't even think I had slept that night. It was like we pulled an all-nighter. And I ended up at Menards the next day grabbing some stuff for a project. And there were these puppies in the parking lot. Well, I just wanted to see the puppies. They were little chihuahuas. I didn't want one. But the more and more I kept looking at this one, I was like, there's no way you're getting a chihuahua. And that one cost money, too. I did talk them down. They wanted $5. I paid $3.50. Normally, I am not a person that would pay for a dog at all. Just so we're... No judgment. That's just me. So this little dog I got, and like I said, I was super depressed. So it was new day, new me, new phone. We're relaunching the other business, the Midwest Thistle, aka I'm Sam the Midwest Handyman. So I got this little dog, and she was just my joy. Let me see if I can get her to come over here. Come here, Thistle. Come here, Tiss. Come here. Come here. So when I first got her, well, she was not going to come over to me right now because she's so hyped up. She had her markings on her face, but they have changed, and now she literally has a heart on her forehead. And so I just thought that was the sweetest thing, that the whole way I got her for less. That was also cool. Because that was one of those, like, getting to the end of the money again. You know, I tell you, I have spending problems, all right? I know my whole house is thrift and curb scored, which is on the other channel, but also I've never been a person who's good with money. So, but I love this little dog, and she formed a little heart on her head, and really at the time that I was, like, depressed and lonely and in hermit mode, that little girl is she's my sweetheart. So also totally, if there was ever a version of me that was a dog, it's probably this dog. Thistle, what do you have now? Come here. Oh, they got a bag of peanuts down. They found a bag of shelled peanuts from Christmas, and so they've been eating that across the floor. But this is Iowa, and we eat at Texas Roadhouse, so I'm just like, all right, well, a couple peanut shells on the floor won't kill us. So anyways, what is meant to find you will find you. That is for sure. And this little chihuahua is definitely me. She chases these other big dogs around the house like this is her roost. But she's also super sweet. So just like me. I will bite you, but only if you deserve it. So that was a long manifestation Monday, but you truly have to believe. Know what is meant to find you will find you. Divine timing. Honestly, I wholeheartedly believe most of my manifestation comes from just my having faith in God on stuff when it really matters. You can manifest all you want, but when it comes down to not having food in your fridge and it's the last moment and you're broke and food shows up or gas shows up or that small opportunity to keep you afloat, I believe wholeheartedly that one comes from the big man upstairs. So again, with manifestation, manifest, believe what you want, believe that it's yours, believe that it's coming, believe that you deserve it. So what did I say? 10,000 subscribers. I'll leave it open. 10,000 subscribers, 10 grand, and a new truck, a new vehicle. So we'll check back in. We'll check back in and see how we're rolling every Monday from now. But the more I put it out there, and I state it, I'm stating my intention. I want 10 grand. I want 10,000 subscribers. I want a new truck. And that's everything else I need to, everything that I would be lacking right now. Don't have lack mentality. Give it away. If you have to put your last $5 in the gas tank and then your car barely starts, don't even let it get you down. Just know that more is coming. More is coming. The new truck is coming. The money is coming. I'll make a sale today. I'll do something tomorrow. You have to find a way, but you also just have to know that it's coming. It's a hard balance. I know. It's a hard balance. Especially if you're watching too much tarot. Your inheritance is coming. Your inheritance is coming. So I am a person that I don't care about inheritances. I have said this, and this is where, I've had qualms with this week. This should be Truth Tuesday, but we're just rolling with it. I said I never want my come up to be because someone else has died. But then I realized, in a way, it was weird for me to say that because someone I didn't know died a few years ago, and her name was Jolene. And my business partner that I talk about sometimes is my co-op, my other half of my co-op and when we do a farmer's market. He calls me one day and he says, my wife's sister died. We're going through her things. We would like you to come over and take some of her things. We think that she would rather someone like you have her stuff than it going to the picker's booth. Another family member was going to sell the stuff just to make money. So I was able to fill my car with craft supplies beyond. I mean, if you're a crafter, craft supplies are very expensive. So now I've got like thousands of dollars, literally, I would say $1,000 worth of craft supplies, things that she's made for inspiration, little knickknacks for my house. So in a way, I was wrong to say that because someone did die. And in a way, it was my creative come up, even though I never knew her, but they really did give me all of her. I mean, I already had stuff, but this was like, if you're a young crafter on a budget, this was like the mother lode of crafters giving you all of their stuff, basically. So I do want to say that so that it's somewhere out there in public land that, in a way, I guess, as twisted as that is, that has been part of my come up and my inspiration to keep going. And I have all the tools I need. I just have to produce. That's another thing. You can't just sit there. You have to produce. I have to produce things. I have to produce content. I have to make crafts. I make videos of me doing those crafts, and then I put them up in the Etsy shop. So manifest do, manifest do, manifest relax. Like it's a science to it. I just happen to do what I love at this point. So we're just waiting for the abundance to roll in. But I have all the faith in the world that it's all going to work out. Because my intentions are good. My intentions on this channel is to help people, to motivate people in business, in life, in new life path, whatever you're trying to do. My other channel is to educate people on gardening, educate and inspire. Educate people in gardening, growing food. Educate women how to use tools. I'm going to get cut off real quick here. This was a long one. And, obviously I want a little stream of income from that. But in the greater picture, it's just a tiny stream. It's just one more tiny stream of income. But why do I do it? Because I love it. And I truly believe that we all need to plant some more food in our backyards. So And then like back to this channel. Well, I know how it feels to have no one believe in what you're trying to do and not have any resources to do it. So if I can keep one more person motivated, or maybe give them that little tip or that little incentive or that little whatever, you know, to keep going, that little tip, that one thing that helps pull it together and keep them going. You're doing all the work, not me, for your business, you know, but then that's a win for me. That's a 100% life win though. And I mean that, and I believe that. So if I can keep one woman from being held down in a bad relationship, you know, whether it's just because you're not living out your dreams or because you're being abused, you know, if I can give one person the gall or the motivation or the light bulb to leave that situation and forge her own, then I've won. You know, so those are so many reasons why I really do both of my channels, because that's important to me, and that's what makes me feel fulfilled, and that's why I do it. So your job should make you feel fulfilled in whatever that is. And it's okay if it's Wall Street, you know. I know I'm on the other end of the spectrum. It's okay if you want to be a high-end lawyer. It's okay if you want that job that gives you money. But make sure it's for the right reasons and that you're doing good things with your money. That's all I will ever preach to you about. You know, and when you hit hard times, you'll come back and I'll teach you how to bargain shop. It's no problem. Or grow your own food. So, you know, growing your own food can help put more money in your pocket for your business. It takes a while to all even out, but I have a major belief in the economy and how things could slowly and trickle down change. If we who live in places we can grow our own food. So, Manifestation Monday! And like Tony Robbins and Mel all wrapped into one today. I love it. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because you know what? I'm going to film Truth Tuesday next. And I'm going to stay ahead of the game. I'm going to stay ahead of the game on these videos this week and my Etsy shop. I'm trying so hard. So you've got to try. You've got to put the work in. Thanks.